It is Tuesday. It is June 21st.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Okay. You never be too sure.
It's going by pretty quickly already.
Yeah, it is. Hey, happy first day of summer.
Yes, happy summer officially, although everybody at home is like, we've been feeling it for months.
Oh, yeah. But today, the summer solstice, I think it was 4:13 here locally, but a lot of people actually headed to Stonehenge to watch the summer solstice.
Yeah, this is going on today. I was going to say Wiltshire police said about 6,000 people gathered at the ancient stone circle in southern England to watch the sunrise at 4:49 a.m.
That's beautiful. So they were saying it was a clear, crisp morning to start the summer off right. There were 2 arrests, one for assault and one for drugs, so that's not great. But of 6,000 people, not related to the summer solstice, but 6,000 people going to observe, and it looks beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Stonehenge, to be honest.
Well, and this is very special for all the people observing, too, because this is the first time people have been permitted to gather since 2019. Yeah, the sunrise streamed online back in 2020 and 2021 because of coronavirus.
I mean, I'll be honest, I started my summer solstice the best way with GMSA.
Oh, me too.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, well, it didn't look that beautiful in the studio, though.
But Mike Ostrich pulled up some San Antonio views. It looked great.
That's true. We had some great pictures to work with as well.
Let's take a look at today's 9 at 9.
A new surveillance image from inside Robb Elementary on the day of the deadly shooting, raising even more questions. The Austin American-Statesman sharing the image last night that shows law enforcement in a hallway with rifles and ballistic shields at 11:52 a.m., 19 minutes after the gunman entered 2 classrooms and opened fire. However, we are told that police did not go into those classrooms for another hour.
Another overseas shipment of baby formula making its arrival to the United States. Airlines delivered the pallets of formula from London, landing in Boston late yesterday. According to the White House, 212,000 pounds of formula is expected to arrive just this week.
ERCOT, or the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, announcing another record was broken yesterday. ERCOT's dashboard showed more than 76 gigawatts were pulled. The previous record was 75. Right now, Texas is experiencing record heat, registering in the triple digits. ERCOT continues to emphasize the grid has enough power to meet the demand.
Floods, landslides, and lightning strikes being blamed for the deaths of at least 52 people in Bangladesh and India. Officials say severe weather has affected millions of people in the region since the early part of this month. Officials say the main issue right now, lack of drinking water and lack of food. Helicopters are still being used to get aid to those who are stranded by the floodwaters.
History is made in Colombia. Gustavo Petro is Colombia's first leftist president, and his vice president, Francia Marquez, is now the first Afro-Colombian to hold executive powers in the country. Petro is a 60-year-old former guerrilla fighter. He reportedly won his 3rd presidential bid by a slim margin this weekend. Petro says if he won, he would focus on food security and seek negotiations with President Joe Biden to sign a new deal around clean energy production and the protection of the Amazon.
Today is Prince William's birthday, the monarch turning 40 years old. Since his birth, the world has watched the prince assume his role and assume his place as the next heir to the throne behind his father, Prince Charles. William is using his 40th birthday to address poverty and homelessness. In the United Kingdom, marginalized people can actually earn money selling the magazine entitled The Big Issue. Ahead of today, the Duke of Cambridge took to the streets to sell copies of the magazine.
JetBlue is trying to sweeten the deal again in its bid to buy Spirit Airlines. JetBlue is now offering more than $3.6 billion. Spirit and Frontier had already agreed to a merger worth about $3 billion.
There could be some big help on the way in terms of gas prices, and it could happen by the end of the week. President Joe Biden promising a decision soon on whether he would get behind a holiday for the federal gas tax. Now, if he does, that could slice about 18 cents a gallon off the price of gas. The national average, according to AAA, is just under $5 a gallon for regular.
AAA is predicting a record number of July 4th drivers despite gas prices hitting a record earlier this month. The group predicts 42 million Americans, more than ever before, will take a road trip of 50 miles or more. The national average per gallon on Monday stood at $4.98. AAA says travel demand is not tapering off despite the higher expenses.
And let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. All right, the sun is up and it is already 81 degrees out.
They're creeping up, the temperatures.
Yes, they are. We're probably going to get to 100 degrees again today, the 18th 100-degree day here in San Antonio. Here's some not so great news, all right? The aquifer is actually down a whole foot in the past 24 hours, creeping closer to that 30 feet below average level. And in the pollen count today, we do have molds, and they've actually gone up a little bit, but they're still low. Molds are low at 450, but yesterday that number was 170. All right, I want you to take a look outside right now. You can see a few clouds out there. It's 83, but with the high humidity, it feels like 88. And here's the deal. Forecast high for the day today, you guessed it, 100 degrees. There is an off chance for a stray shower this afternoon. But guys, guess what? I'm seeing a pattern shift in our forecast in the next 7 to 10 days. I'll have a look ahead coming up.
Let's get a look at the roadways right now. 904, not a lot that we are seeing there. 35 at Benz Engelman. Let's take a quick drive around town with our friends at TransGuide. 281 at Grayson. Now, there are some problem spots out there, although you can't see it here on TransGuide. Let's go ahead and start right with the wide view, because you see we have a few stalls, but the big issue is going to be some of these crashes that we are picking up, as well as some construction that is leading to some congestion. But let's talk about those crashes here, because one of those areas that we've been watching closely is right there along Loop 410 eastbound at San Pedro Avenue. Good news is it does appear that crash is clearing out, and so is that buildup that we're spotting on our map. So I don't think you're going to need to look for those alternative routes here. But let's take a drive where we did find another crash that's cleared out at 281 southbound at Grayson Street. Not too bad there anymore, but just remember it is still pretty busy out there as more people are getting back to work. US 90 eastbound at Nogalitos, a third crash that is also cleared out. So the morning started off quiet, got a little bit busy with some bumps in the road, but things look to be moving just fine right here at TransGuide, guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Now to the latest out of Uvalde, where parents want to make sure that students are protected and they want people to be held accountable.
So that was the message from parents during last night's Uvalde CISD board meeting. All right, so a very emotional testimony, one testimony after another. Parents taking to the mic during yesterday's school board meeting. They called for several changes, including improvements to school security. There was also a call to hold people accountable, including School District Police Chief Pete Arredondo, the chief and caretaker of one of the children killed, Uzziah Garcia, telling the board that they are continuing to fail the community by keeping Arredondo on staff.
Having Pete still employed, knowing he is incapable of decision-making that saves lives, is terrifying. Him not cooperating with the investigations that are ongoing is also quite disheartening. Innocence doesn't hide. Innocence doesn't change its story. But innocence did die on May 24th at Robb Elementary.
What procedures or what safety tactics do y'all have for us coming here? I could have a gun right now. Did anybody check? No. So where's the safety there? So one cop. It's ridiculous.
And that second man that you just heard from is Javier Cáceres. He is the father of Jackie Cáceres, who was also shot and killed during that time.
So this morning we're hearing from the parent of Lexi Rubio.
So take a listen to some of what they had to say.
I think about how long she was there. She was scared. She was in pain. It just worries me. We have to know. And we might not like the answer, but we have to know.
And this is a story that we're continuing to follow closely. Today's hearing is being held in Austin, and Chief Pete Arredondo is on the schedule to testify. We have the latest developments on our website at KSAT.com.
Your morning headline: a Russian journalist auctions off his Nobel Peace Prize helping Ukrainian refugees, and captured on camera a father protecting his 7-month-old baby from a gunman.
And a hot tub that is also a boat. Our Sarah Costa joins us live this morning with all the headlines. Okay, you have to explain that one.
Okay, the person who came up with that concept, whoever thinks of it, I don't know, Spa Cruisy, that's what they named it. But we're gonna have more on that in just a bit. First, we wanna take a look at this video. It's a little hard to watch. A gunman goes after a man at a Valero gas station while in Detroit, while holding, you can see that, his baby. So just take a look. The clerk said the man came running in with a baby in his arms and he was trying to hide. The dad manages to push the gun away. The gun jamming or somehow malfunctioning is what may have saved this father's life and his 7-month-old baby on Father's Day. Thankfully, he and his baby were not shot. The baby is safe and police have a person of interest in custody. And a Russian Nobel laureate is supporting Ukrainian refugees by auctioning off his Peace Prize medal. Dmitry Muratov won the prize last year. He was awarded the Peace Prize last year for his fight for freedom of expression in the face of authoritarian governments. Heritage Auction says it sold the medal for more than $100 million.
That is a record for Heritage Auctions. It's a record for a Nobel Prize. It is a landmark achievement. It is certainly among the most significant donations to UNICEF that has ever been recorded as well. But I leave them to talk about that.
Heritage Auction says the Norwegian Nobel Institute supports this decision. The sale is to support UNICEF's Child Refugee Fund. Way to go. All right, a Yorkie taken from its front porch, then held up for ransom. And Maryland police want to know if you recognize this woman. They say she has distinctive red hair. So Raquel Witherspoon and her 12-year-old daughter love their little Yorkie Avery. She never imagined she'd become the latest victim in what seems to be a surge in dog thefts. But Saturday night, you can see it right there on that video. She says Avery vanished. She checked her doorbell cam and found that video, a woman with the distinctive red hair coming right onto her porch, tossing treats to the dog with an accomplice walking away with their little Avery. She filed a police report, but says the officer told her there was nothing they could do, so she put up flyers.
I can't sleep, and I'm just Avery, he's out there. We don't know.
And then yesterday afternoon, she got a series of threatening, profane texts from someone claiming to have the dog. They sent this video. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to watch. Avery in a cage. Witherspoon agreed to pay the ransom that was demanded, but still has not had the dog returned to her. So hopefully someone in Maryland knows this suspect. Again, you can see it right there, and it can help the family retrieve their dog. Ugh, I can't imagine. I hope that all works out for them. Okay, something a little lighter here. If you can't decide between boating or chilling out in a hot tub, you can do it at the same time now. So introducing the Spa Cruzy, a spa on a boat that comes with a little fireplace and a ladder. Yeah, check that out, little fire pit right there. Okay, so the boat doesn't travel faster than 4 or 4.5 miles per hour. The maker says it's about getting to a space, getting comfortable, and just sitting there. If you've never even driven a boat, you're an expert after the first 30 seconds of driving the Spa Cruzy.
Wow.
So they're both being sold and rented and customized for personal owners. Sarah Spivey, yes, you have a question?
I think it's pronounced spacuzzi, like jacuzzi. Spacuzzi.
Oh, yeah.
But no, but there's an R in there, Spacruzy.
Okay, then.
Because it's a. See, I thought it was Spacuzzi too.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you're
wrong.
right. I saw that.
But then it said Spacruzy
Like
with an
taking a
R, like you're
cruise.
cruising.
Cruise, yeah.
Yeah, cruising. Well, apparently you're more cruising. You just kind of guide the boat like this.
Or you could maybe take a dip in the actual body of water.
Okay, but here's my thing. If you stay in a spa
Right.
for
a
like
long
hours,
time.
Yeah.
that can't be. You're dehydrated. You're hot. You're all raisined up.
I just had a question.
Our producer's saying to
The
wrap it up.
fireplace is what got me.
Well, maybe that's what heats the water. I wasn't really sure.
Okay.
Maybe you just have to be close to the shore during the wintertime. There
You
go.
can't get very far going 4 miles an
It was
hour.
a lot to take in.
It's a lot.
All right.
Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah Costa, thank you. 9:12, 82 degrees out.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9. We are not the only ones having to deal with the extreme heat out there. Our furry friends are too. Coming up, we're going to tell you how you can keep them safe.
Coming up next, a look at UTSA's School of Data Science that is set to open next year and how it's preparing students for jobs of the future.
Welcome back. It's 9:15. So UTSA School of Data Science is on a mission to educate data scientists and lead data-intensive research. So once the school opens its door in a few months.
All right, so this $90 million facility is located downtown. It is awesome. You've probably seen it driving around. The idea is to bring in 30 educators from the main campus to go there, teach, and prepare students for the data science jobs here in San Antonio of the future.
And Tiffany Letos is getting a closer look at the school and how the school will impact San Antonio. So Tiffany, when will the school be complete?
Good morning, Max and Stephanie. The construction will be complete next month, but check it out. We're getting a sneak peek this morning. They're going to be bringing all sorts of furnishing here, installing equipment, and it will be open for the spring semester in January 2023. And to talk more, we have David Mongeau, the founding director of the School of Data Science. Good morning. Talk to us about how exciting this is, how many students, and what type of programs are going to be here.
Well, it is very exciting, partly because we've stayed on course with the building. We're going to have around 400 students on the first day in January when we start classes. They'll be in 5 different degree programs, as well as a lot of boot camps and certificates and so on. So we'll be studying data science and analytics and some of the areas like artificial intelligence that we all hear about.
What type of opportunities is this going to open for students?
Amazing opportunity. Right now, data science jobs are the fastest growing in the country. In Texas, 26% job growth year over year through 2030 for data scientists and analysts. So they'll have opportunity to learn so they can get those jobs.
And who's going to be teaching these students? There's going to be so many new faculty.
30 faculty will be here. Among those, yes, some recent new hires, but also some folks coming down from our math, statistics, computer science, and engineering departments.
What collaborations have already taken place?
We already have significant collaboration with HEB and Frost in town, but we have collaborations well beyond the city too, with several tech firms and large national university consortia in tech data science.
Here in San Antonio, the impact for the future of San Antonio, talk to us about that.
This school is going to help us be more and more part of the data economy and all the opportunity that there exists for the citizens here to build businesses here and also to work for the companies that are already in San Antonio.
There's a lot of jobs in San Antonio already that students can fill in the future.
Oh, absolutely. Every year, we currently graduate data science and analytics students, and many of them end up working locally.
So this is just going to open more doors.
It'll open many more doors, both at undergrad level, graduate level, and also for citizens, because we'll have opportunity for citizens to come here and do some experiential learning.
And there's going to be a conference next year?
Yes. In the fall we'll have our first event in the shortly after we open in March or April, and then in the fall you'll have about 40 universities in town for a national conference of the Academic Data Science Alliance.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a little bit more details coming up on the noon show. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Tiffany.
All right, taking a look over to Sarah Spivey. Sarah, happy summer.
Hey guys, happy summer. 4:15. Wow, I could feel the summer arrive while I was sleeping. So guess what? Today is, however, the longest amount of daylight that we see in the year. So let's take a look at that. We today will have 14 hours and 2 minutes of daylight and the summer solstice. After today, we actually lose daylight until the winter solstice on December 21st, when we will only have 10 hours and 15 minutes of daylight. So, soak it up, if you can stand the heat. Outside today, we're going to be close to 100 degrees this afternoon. Right now, though, it is 83, and it feels like 88 because of the high humidity. But that humidity is going to come down during the afternoon, and so even though it is going to be hot today, there will not be much of a heat index during the peak heat of the day. 80 in Uvalde right now. It's 81 in Del Rio, 77 in Rock Springs. It's 84 in New Braunfels, 84 in Gonzales, 83 in Pleasanton. As we zoom into Bear Bexar County, you can see almost each individual puffy cumulus cloud on the satellite. It's really cool how our satellite technology has improved even just within the last decade or so. It got high resolution imagery here, which helps us with our forecasting models too. 82 in Castroville, it's 84 in New Braunfels, 82 in Converse, 83 in Pleasanton, and 84 in Devine. Here's the futurecast, mostly sunny for us, but here's the thing, like yesterday and the day before, there is a 10% chance for a pop-up afternoon stray shower. Not a good chance for rain at all. Odds are you will not see any rain, but if you're lucky, a few will see a quick shower in their backyard. After sunset, though, those rain chances completely go away. So as for neighborhood high temperatures, it'll be 101 in New Braunfels, 100 in Seguin, 101 in Nixon, 97 in Bernie, 100 in Rio Medina, 101 in Hondo, 101 in Sabinal, 102 in Pleasanton, 98 in Kerrville. We're mostly sunny right now. We're going to stay mostly sunny until about noon, and then we'll see a few more cumulus clouds out there this afternoon. And temperatures will be in the 90s this afternoon, and we'll top off right near 100 by 6 p.m. Winds will be from the southeast, 5 to 15 miles per hour, not too breezy today, and this evening is going to be a warm one. All right, I promised that I saw a pattern shift, but we gotta wait a while for that pattern shift because of this pesky heat high, which is not only making it hot in south central Texas, but is making it hot across the nation, particularly today in the Midwest, where there are heat advisories, as temperatures there will be some 20 to 30 degrees above the average. It could be 101 in Chicago today, hotter than San Antonio because of that heat high. And as I said, that heat high is gonna be stubborn. We're gonna see it move overhead in the coming days, and so temperatures are actually going to go up to about 102 over the weekend. But you're seeing that right. A cool front is expected to move through early next week. That'll only drop our temperatures into the mid 90s, but hey, it's a big improvement from 100 to 105. And right now, as far as rain chances stand, 20 to 30%, so on the lower end. But again, it is something. By no means is this going to be what we need to get out of drought, right? But it is a pattern shift, and a few more people will get a little bit of rain in their backyards, likely Monday and Tuesday. But the chance for rain, as I said, about 20%. So not great, but it is there, and there is at least an end to the triple-digit streak temporarily in our forecast over the next 7 to 10 days. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about why it's been so hot this early this summer. Max, Stephanie.
We look forward to that, and look forward to that glimmer of hope next Monday. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. And like Sarah was saying, triple-digit heat. It's not great for us, also not great for our pets.
RJ Marcus spoke with the Animal Defense League about heat-related issues for our furry friends and how to keep them safe.
If it's too hot for us, it's probably too hot for your pet.
Nadia De La Garza with the Animal Defense League says pets need shade and water when they go outside, but owners will also want to watch for signs of heat exhaustion.
You're going to notice some wheezing, you're going to notice some panting, dry nose, dry eyes, or like sunken in eyes. That's another thing, but mostly you're going to see them panting a lot.
Nadia says walks are best before the sun comes up or after it goes down, or try staying in the grass. Temperatures on sidewalks and asphalt can reach 125 degrees.
A very good test of how to test the asphalt is just putting your hands down for a few seconds on the ground, and if it's too hot for you, it's probably too hot for their paws.
And here we have one-year-old Kupka. He is a Chihuahua mix. As you can see, he's panting a little bit, so he's trying to cool down. He has a longer snout, which means that he's breathing a little bit easier, but for dogs with shorter snouts, that is especially harder during this hot heat. And also keep in mind your dog's coat, because as we can see here with Kupka, kind of a medium coat, so he's doing okay, but dogs that thicker coats have a much harder time in these triple-digit days.
State law says it's illegal to chain up your pets, and leaving them in a hot car can be deadly.
If you do see a pet in the car, it does get about within 7 to 10 minutes, 20 degrees hotter. Leaving the dog in there, even with the window cracked, is not going to help.
If you see a pet in a hot car, call 311 to report it or contact Animal Care Services. RJ Marquez, KSAT 12 News.
Aww. We just like looking at all the puppies there.
That's true. Time now, 9:25, 83 degrees out.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9. Americans are determined to celebrate holidays this year, especially on July 4th. So coming up, the prediction as to how many of us will be taking to the skies and the roadways.
Good morning and welcome back. No matter the airline or the roadway, it's probably going to be a crowded 4th of July holiday. AAA now expecting a record 42 million people will be on the move for the holiday weekend. In fact, if that does come to fruition, it would beat the high set in 2019, yes, before the pandemic. We're going to have a lot more on these summer travel numbers in our next half hour.
It's going to be busy out there.
Time now, 9:28, 84 degrees out.
And coming up at the top of the next half hour, a solemn anniversary for the family of Lena Kill. The 5-year-old hasn't been seen in 6 months. How her family is making sure that she's not forgotten.
And as we head to the break, a quick check of the roadways. If anything does pop up, we will keep you posted. We'll be right back.
And welcome back. It is 9:32. Monday marked 6 months since Lena Kill was last seen. The FBI and police still do not have any answers for her parents.
So people gathered for a special prayer service and vigil yesterday acknowledging the child's disappearance. Her father, speaking with KSAT, wants to make sure we all remember Lena. Oh, Patty Santos explains.
I want from them to bring her back since Lena was a very lovely and innocent girl. So I want from these people to bring her back.
Speaking through a translator, Riaz Kill is asking whoever has information about his 4-year-old daughter, Lena Kill, to have mercy on his family. Tonight, friends united to pray and light candles in honor of Lena inside the Muslim Children's Education and Civic Center. No words can really translate just how devastating these last 6 months have been for the family.
The last 6 months, I been living with the sorrow and upset, with sadness.
There's also fear. The family recently welcomed a new baby home, but Kill says with Lena missing, he's worried about the baby's future.
And a child born, everybody is happy about when my child born, so everyone was crying since we were very upset, sad about the future of my child since I don't know what would be happening to him.
The family says they've been harassed and people have spread conspiracies. Lena's father says the hope he had when he came to the United States from Afghanistan is now gone.
We came here to have a safe and prosperous life, since my life was in danger back in Afghanistan. Here, only my life, it seems it's safe, but my wife and my children's life is not safe.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Let's take a look outside with live cam. We're now at 84 degrees. Didn't we start this newscast at 81, Sarah?
We did. And that just shows you the power of the sun on the longest day. It's the summer solstice. Obviously, you know, same amount of time, 24 hours, but we have most amount of daylight today, and we are going to be close to 100 degrees this afternoon. All right, let's start with some not so great news. The aquifer is down a whole foot in just 24 hours, now currently at 635 feet above sea level. The average we should be nearly 30 feet above where we're at right now as far as the aquifer is concerned. That just shows you how desperately we need rain. The pollen count, though, shows that molds are present, but they're low at 450. And outside right now, those temperatures are rising. It's 85 in Gonzales, 85 in Pleasanton, 80 in Uvalde, and 81 in Kerrville. Here's the high temperatures forecast this afternoon. It'll be 101 in Del Rio, 101 in Hondo, and 101 in New Braunfels. How desperately do we need rain? Well, it's been 29 days since we've seen up to 1/4 inch of rain. It's been 58 days since we've seen more than 1/2 inch of rain. And it has been a whopping 139 days since we have seen more than 1 inch of rain. Last time we saw that was on February 3rd, early February. That was also the day where we had a little bit of a wintry mix too. So that's how long it has been since we have seen more than 1 inch of rain. Coming up in the forecast, though, we do have a pattern shift that brings us slightly better rain chances. So we'll talk about that coming up in just a bit. Max, Stephanie.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, now to the growing trouble at airports across the country. American Airlines now canceling service to some cities because they have a pilot shortage.
And the head of United is blaming a shortage of air traffic controllers for recent problems. ABC's Gio Benitez has more.
This morning, American Airlines reportedly ending its service to 3 American cities as the air travel industry is battered by staffing problems. The airline announcing it will no longer fly to Toledo, Ohio, or Ithaca and Islip in New York, citing regional pilot shortages. It comes after airlines canceled 5,000 flights since Thursday.
It's frustrating. It makes me feel powerless. I've been stuck in an airport basically for 2 days.
Airlines are blaming in part the FAA. United CEO Scott Kirby calling out staffing shortages.
The biggest bottleneck is probably air traffic control. They're doing everything they can, but like many in the economy, have staffing issues.
Almost daily, FAA advisories cite staffing and weather issues at some of its busiest air traffic control centers, forcing the airlines to cancel or delay flights.
Those controllers are working their tails off to be successful, but when you're at 50% staff, it's a nightmare for customers, for employees, for the airlines.
In a statement to ABC News, the FAA says it continues to recruit and hire new controllers, adding in part that while there have been staffing issues for a few hours at a few facilities due to COVID-19 and other factors, there is not a nationwide shortage. And it's not just the FAA. Delta pilots writing to customers that the company is scheduling too many flights. Pilots feel overworked. Over the holiday weekend, Delta alone canceling more than 700 flights across the country. Delta and other major airlines now planning to cut hundreds of flights in July and August to help ease the problem.
You have to pack your patience. You have to be prepared. This thing is probably not going to turn around this summer.
This all comes as experts predict 11 million people planning to fly over the July 4th holiday, 2.6 million a day, smashing pandemic records.
So the best thing you can do right now, if you can, try to book nonstop direct flights or try to get out first thing in the morning because those flights are a lot less likely to be canceled. Gio Benitez, ABC News, Hartford, Connecticut.
Pack your patience. We've been saying it a lot.
Yes, definitely for the summer.
All right, time now, 9:38, 84 degrees out.
You're watching GMSA at 9. And coming up next, we're going to take it for granted that the frogs are great jumpers, right? But there's a group of amphibians showing us that that is not always the case. We'll show you next. And welcome back. It is 9:42. A teeny tiny frog is getting its 15 minutes of fame thanks to a video showing the little hopper cannot jump.
I feel bad for him. So the small amphibian's clumsy leaps of faith have garnered him a new fan base. ABC's Jeannie Mose explains.
If there's one thing a frog can do, it's jump, right? Uh-oh, another crash landing. The miniature Brazilian frog known as the pumpkin toadlet is inspiring pity for being the klutziest frog on Earth.
Do they ever stick the landing, ever?
No. Zoologist Rick Essner has recorded hundreds of pumpkin toadlet leaps, spurring them on with a straw.
One of the species I worked on was not much bigger than a housefly.
Here's one compared to a pencil. When they leap, they land on their backs, they land on their bellies, they even do cartwheels, evoking a wave of sympathy. It needs a hug. People relate to the disastrous landings, me jumping into a new relationship. The pumpkin toadlet prefers to crawl.
They jump rarely.
Yeah, well, you would jump rarely too if you landed on your head every time you jumped.
For sure.
Florida Museum of Natural History added waltz music. The researchers published their theory that the canals of the frog's vestibular system in the inner ear are so tiny they don't work well enough to keep it oriented in flight.
Do they hurt themselves?
That's a really good question. They're really small, so generally small things don't break bones.
And most seem to have extra bony plates protecting their heads. It's an itty-bitty frog that makes an itty-bitty noise. Zoologists unite.
I think what you need to work on is a little tiny, tiny helmets for them.
Forget a frog in your throat. These landings are enough to leave your heart in your throat. Jeannie Mose, CNN. New York.
The music makes it so much better.
Oh, poor little guy.
Just feel bad. All right, you know what is jumping today, Sarah?
Yeah.
The heat. Oh, we're close.
Hey, the
temperatures, yeah.
They're jumping up. But hey, I wanted to talk for a second about why we've been so hot this early. A lot of people have been asking me that. And it's three things: La Nina, drought, and the X factor is climate change. But let's take a look at the drought situation, because right now what we've got out there is exceptional drought, an extreme drought across the KSAT 12 viewing area. Whenever you have dry soils, the atmosphere can warm up more easily, and we have got very dry soils. Some of you may remember last summer, particularly July, it was actually cooler and wetter outside. And this was the situation last year. We had very little to no drought out there a year ago. And so the soils had a little bit more moisture in them about a year ago, whereas now we are just dealing with very dry and cracked soils across south central Texas. We could use some rain, and a pattern shift does look more likely into early next week. We'll talk about that, but first let's talk about the day today. Outside right now, 81 in Del Rio, 80 in Uvalde, 84 in Cotulla, 86 in Gonzales, and 86 in New Braunfels. As we zoom in here, you can see the cumulus clouds out there, the puffy cumulus clouds, 82 in Bulverde, 86 in New Braunfels, 86 in Devine, it's 81 in Hondo. Today, like yesterday, in the afternoon between about 4 to 8 p.m., there is an off chance for a stray shower or even perhaps a stray rumble of thunder. Chance for rain is not good. It is 10%. So do not bet on the rain today. Bet on the heat. 100 at Rio Medina, 100 in San Antonio, 100 in Seguin, 101 in New Braunfels, 97 in Boerne, 101 in Sabinal, and 101 in Uvalde. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We'll break it down for you. By noon, we'll be near 90, mostly sunny. In the afternoon, a few more cumulus clouds. So we're going to have partly cloudy skies this afternoon, and that 10% chance for a stray shower. Winds from the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour, and we'll be at 100 degrees this afternoon. Tonight, after the sun sets, temperatures will fall into the 80s. All right, let's check out the satellite and radar right now. New Mexico, in the middle of their monsoon season. New Mexico actually gets the most amount of rain in July and August in the summer. Complete opposite from us, where we deal with dry conditions, and the heat high is going to win out over the monsoonal rains, keeping us dry in San Antonio and south central Texas. That heat high will be moving overhead in the coming days. We'll be at 100 tomorrow, 101 on Thursday, 102 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So even hotter over the weekend. But as we head into early next week, you're seeing that, right? A cool front is expected to move through Texas. It will potentially making it to San Antonio Monday night, Tuesday. And although it will not drop temperatures by too much, our highs will be in the mid 90s rather than in the well into the triple digits. And as you can see, it's going to bring us a chance for some isolated to widely scattered showers and storms. What's the rain chance look like? Well, right now, only 20 to 30%. Okay, so by no means is this going to put a dent in our drought, really, but it is going to allow for a pattern change, and a few more backyards will probably get at least some rain in them Monday and Tuesday. So all in all, we're keeping the status quo in the coming days with temperatures well into the triple digits over the weekend with total sunshine, but Monday does look like things shake up a bit, and hey, we'll take anything to get us out of this triple digit streak, right guys?
Yes. That 96 looks great right now.
It does.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 9:48, 84 degrees out.
And Spurs draft. We're going to be talking about that. Actually, I guess you and RJ will be talking about that.
Yeah, no, you know what? There's so much going on, and it's such an exciting week for the Spurs. I know the NBA season is over, and some say it was a disappointing season for the Silver and Black, but the options are limitless. We have 3 first-round picks. We're going to break it all down when we come back. Good morning, welcome back, and go Spurs, go. So Silver and Black faced with one of the most important weeks possibly in franchise history. The NBA draft coming this Thursday, and some people are saying it is the most important draft for the Spurs since they made Tim Duncan the #1 overall pick back in 1997, and perhaps their last draft. This is just speculation, perhaps the last draft with 5-time NBA champion Greg Popovich at the helm. Well, the Spurs, they don't have one, they don't have two, they have 3 first-round picks and, of course, a second-round pick. So the first pick coming at number 9, that is thanks to the draft lottery, but they still have 2 more thanks to late trades. Remember, we traded Thad Young to the Toronto Raptors. We got the number 20 overall pick, and then we had the draft deadline day swap. Derek White to Boston, who just played for a championship, lost to the Warriors, but still got to play in the big game. That comes in at number 25, so we have 9, 20, and 25. And that's not all the Spurs will be armed with this coming Thursday. Draft in Brooklyn on Thursday night, 7 o'clock. So here's a breakdown of when the Spurs will actually pick in the draft. There we go. In round 2, we have that number 38 pick. All right. Fun fact, Chris Middleton, he was in the second round. So there you go. So is Draymond Green. So one of the big needs for the Spurs this offseason, I thought Sarah was going to give me an A&M whoop whoop. There you go. So we got Jakob Poeltl. Love Jakob. His contract expires at the end of the season. He's going to become an unrestricted free agent. So we could find a young gun, put him at the big spot with the number 9 pick. So 9th pick overall, Jalen Duren, a 6'11", 250-pound freshman out of Memphis, AAC, American Athletic Conference, freshman of the year, first team all AAC, and just really impressive. We were just watching some of his highlights before the show. So let's take a look at some of the other possibilities with the late round picks. All right. So, love Eason out of LSU, big forward. Love Keldon too, so nothing but love there. And, of course, Christian Braun out of Kansas. So, the options are limitless. And it is also important to mention there's a world where we package the 3 picks together and just move up further in the draft. So, who's to say we don't go top 6? You never know. So, again, what you need to know when it comes to draft day, this Thursday, 7 o'clock, Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. And the best part, Stephanie, you can watch it right here live. KSAT 12.
That's right.
All right. So, speaking of the Spurs and the future, the Spurs scheduling a big news conference today, 3 o'clock, and they are saying they're announcing a new major partnership. The CEO of Spurs Sports Entertainment, R.C. Buford, will be on hand for the announcement, along with some special VIP guests. Remember, the naming rights for the AT&T Center expired after the 22 season, and the Spurs hired Legends Global Partnership to represent Spurs Sports and Entertainment in securing a new naming rights partner. But at least one source telling KSAT the Spurs will not be announcing anything in regards to that today. So it could be a new uniform sponsor. But we're going to be there this afternoon, and we're obviously going to have all the updates coming up on KSAT, on air and online.
Interesting.
And for the day today, I've just told you this, but we're going to be at 100 again. We'll be near 90 degrees at noon and then topping off at 100 with only a 10% chance for a stray shower. Sunsets at 8:37. As for the remainder of the forecast, a stray shower is possible tomorrow. Temperatures are going to crank up to 102 degrees Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Isolated rain possible on Monday, but you're seeing that right, a decent temperature drop into the mid-90s, all because of a June cool front. So we'll be able to refine that forecast toward the latter half of the next 7 days. So keep that in mind. Keep checking in with us on air, online, KSAT Weather Authority app.
We sure will. And Volvo now testing trucks that run on hydrogen-powered fuel cells and emit water vapor instead of greenhouse gases. So the company says the truck's range will be about 620 miles.
Oh.
However, they're still years away from hitting the road.
620 miles is crazy.
A little bit.
A few years away. I also want to know the price. Like when they get released, what are we talking about price-wise?
You'll find out in a few years as well.
Yeah.
6 figures right now, probably.
Oh, probably.
Sure.
Yeesh.
We'll see you back here, news at noon.